Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Bienvenidos. Soy Daniel Pineda.
My name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with another show. Gee whiz, our last show in April, can it be?
Wow, already
our
May?
last show in April, our post-Earth Day show and our pre-May Day show and Mother's Day
is
show
coming
for
up.
2016,
It is,
roaring right along here. Well, we have the usual lineup, and I'll run it down here for you quickly. Our news, and CBB is right after we hear from Adele Quo with
It's Easy Being Green.
CBB segment number 3.
Number 3.
Our News for Seniors segment, and then Miriam Gennari is here with her guest author Erin Mantz. And that's our show, but before we go, a social media reminder.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News. And the number 1. Also facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. So please visit us on our social media websites.
1, something like that. All right.
One.
Gracias, Senor Pineda. 1. Here we go with the first of our news items. So most of us are still absorbing the implications of the April 26 primaries. And there are still several primaries yet to come. However, Arlington officials are looking toward the November general elections and some big changes for Arlington County voters. There will be many new and relocated voting precincts. The November 8 election is to vote for President and Vice President of the United States. Also, Virginia's 8th District, U.S. House of Representatives, 1 Arlington County board seat, and 2 county school board seats. There are also 2 state constitutional amendments and several county bond referendums that will be on the ballot. You can look for that information at voter registration, most likely. Daniel.
Well, Craig, some of the changes in polling location require county board approval. And they include dividing Lyon Park, dividing Virginia Highlands. Abingdon Polling Place will move to Fairlington Village's Community Center because of construction at the school. Virginia Highlands Polling Place will move to Aurora Hills Library, and absentee voters can use Madison Community Center in northern Arlington and Walter Reed Community Center in the south, in addition to the existing courthouse location. Craig.
All right, Daniel, also in our news items, well, this Earth Day month, Arlington Public Schools is stepping up to the plate, environmentally, that is. 3 Arlington schools received recognition for their sustainability practices, and they are Arlington Career Center, Claremont Immersion School, and the Discovery Elementary School. They have won Green Action Awards at the recent school board meeting. These awards were presented by the Superintendent's Advisory Committee on Sustainability. The Green Action Awards are aligned with the Department of Education's Green Ribbon Schools program and Eco Schools USA. The winter projects were, and take note here, number 1, the installation of a hybrid photovoltaic/thermal solar system in a residence in Washington, D.C. by the Arlington Career Center. Number 2, a project to promote an idle-free zone by Claremont Immersion School called the Green Kid Project. And 3rd, some sustainable transportation initiatives developed by the Discovery Elementary School. Congratulations to those Arlington school systems.
Yeah, that's great news. Congratulations,
Daniel.
right, Craig?
Yep.
Well,
Your
from
turn.
the health of Earth to the safety of our own water isn't always our water. Sometimes for our own safety, our water has to be changed. That's what will happen on May the 2nd when the county switches to our household water's disinfectant. For about 6 weeks every year, the Department of Environmental Services switches from chloramine to chlorine to fight and remove chloramine-resistant biofilm and improve water quality. You may notice a slight change in the taste or smell of your own tap water. But according to the DES, the water is safe, and treating the water supply this way keeps it safer. Mr. Nolan.
And gracias. And finally, Teacher Appreciation Week is May 2nd through May 6th. Teacher Appreciation Day is Tuesday, May 3rd. And that's it for our news segment. And now it's time for one of our favorite segments here on the Arlington Weekly News. It's time for Adele Quo and
It's Easy Being Green.
Here's Adele.
And we can't forget my wonderful mascot,
Native Joe, Native Joe.
Tree Frog, on his throne today because it's easy being green visiting spring native plant sales. Ready to start digging and planting amazing native plants this spring? Well, over the past 6 years, native plant sales have expanded greatly in numbers. Here's my top 4 native plant sales for Arlingtonians to check out. First, the Northern Alexandria Spring Native Plant Sale, this Saturday, April 30th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is one of the largest sales of native plants in the D.C. metro area. 15 vendors will be hosted at the plant sale located at the Church of St. Clement at 1701 North Quaker Lane in Alexandria. For more details, you can go to the website, which should show up on your screen here, or visit their Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Northern Alexandria Native Plant Sale. Second, Long Branch Nature Center's 2016 Spring Plant Sale is also on Saturday, April 30th. So you can hit that one in the afternoon after lunch from 1 to 4 p.m. You can choose from a wide selection of great native plants that are accustomed to local climate and wildlife, even deer-resistant plants. For information, call 703-228-6535 or visit the website shown on your screen. Third, Earth Sanga's 2016 Spring Open House and Plant Sale is Sunday, May 1st, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at their nursery in Springfield, Virginia. Earth Sanga has been a unique resource for ecological restoration in the greater D.C. area. The nursery is the region's most comprehensive source of local wild native plant materials, also called loco-eco types. The wild plant nursery relies on volunteers to run it. Details will be found on the website shown on your screen, or try www.earthsanga.org. And last, number 4, called The Big Plant Sale, and I mean these are in big letters here, at Green Spring Gardens, which is May 14th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. More than 40 garden vendors will descend upon Green Spring Gardens with beautiful and unusual plants for your spring gardening needs. There's free admission. You can call 703-642-5173 for more information or visit the fairfaxcounty.gov website. And I have been to that one. It is pretty fantastic. Bring lots of money. Bring your wallet. Tune in next week to learn the top 4 native plant nurseries if you can't get enough of native plants at these native plant sales. And remember, it's easy being green visiting spring native plant sales.
And bring your wallet. Right?
Bring a big wagon, bring a truck.
It's not
And
free.
a big wallet.
These plants are really cool.
All right, that's good news. Thanks, Adele.
Thank you, Adele.
We appreciate it, as always. Okay, as promised, now here we go with our CBB, or Community Bulletin Board file. Well, you can continue the spirit of Earth Day, not just by connecting with the earth and plants and all that good green stuff, but by disconnecting from the digital world for just a little while. May 2nd through May 8th is Screen-Free Week. This event is an opportunity for schools, families, and communities to turn off their phones and computers and TVs and lots of other electronic devices and engage with each other and the natural world around you. You can visit tinyurl.com/screen-free. Information should be on your screen there to get full details on Arlington Screen-Free Week, events that you may want to partake in. Be screen-free. Daniel.
Be screen-free. Well, Craig, there will be several events every day. Here are just a few you may be interested in. Monday, May the 2nd, there will be a teen/adult drop-in basketball and game room night. The event is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Teens and adults are free. Yes, free. It will be at the Charles Drew Community Center. Then on Tuesday, May the 3rd, Gulf Branch Nature Center will explore ways animals communicate at their event called Chirp, Howl, Squeak. That's from 1 to 2 p.m. for kids aged 3 to 5 years old. The fee is $5. Friday, May the 6th, attend Family Luau Family Night at the Mill from 7 to 9 p.m., located at Arlington Mill Community Center. Families are free. Number 4, Saturday, May the 7th, attend Warblers for beginners from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Adults pay $10, and the event will be at Long Branch Nature Center. The beautiful songbirds you should see are migrating, so they will be in Arlington for just a short time. Catch sight of them while you can. And finally, Craig, number 5, Sunday, May the 8th, the county encourages you to walk or play Frisbee in one of our nearly 200 county parks. There's a lot of activity going on here in Arlington.
Chirp, howl, and squeak.
Yes.
I like that. No whining allowed, just chirp, howl, and squeak.
Yes.
That's good. We should try that on the news show some night here. All right, here we go. The next of our items. For more adult-oriented recreational activities, consider celebrating Cinco de Mayo at a beer garden on Thursday, May 5, Cinco de Mayo from 4 to 8 p.m. You can visit the pop-up beer garden at Roslyn Plaza on the 19th at 1901 North Fort Myer Drive. There'll be a continental pool lounge serving seasonal brews, wine, and margaritas. El Chilango food truck will be on hand in addition to raffles for free gift cards and giveaways. Admission is FREE free. However, you must be over 21 to attend. That sounds like a good one.
Margaritas.
Margaritas on Cinco de Mayo. Absolutely. Okay, moving right along now. As promised, here is our News for Seniors segment. And here we go. Have you always loved the sound of music and its rhythmic tones, but have mild physical challenges? Well, you can explore the sounds of all types of music and how they relate to movement. The instructor for this session is Dee Bivens, and Dee, I would assume she is a classically trained individual and will teach you how to express yourself through movement. She will explore several musical genres, including classical, tuba throat singing, Chinese, and Latin, and that'll be held coming up on Monday, May 1 from 1:45 to 2:45 in the afternoon at Culpeper Garden Senior Center. To register and get more information, give them a call. Their number should be on your screen there, 703-228-4403. Daniel.
Well, Craig, become master of your own healthy meal planning with the Food Label Workshop. Join Virginia Cooperative Extension food and nutrition experts for a discussion and hands-on activity on Reading Nutrition Facts panel. That's on Wednesday, May the 4th from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. at Culpeper Garden Senior Center. Give them a call at 703-228-4403 to save your spot and get more information. Craig.
All right, Daniel, also in our News for Seniors segment, well, hand dancing is a form of swing dance that can be traced as far back as the 1920s, including dances like the Lindy Hop, and the Jitterbug. Hand dancing roots are found in nearby D.C., and it's characterized by gliding footwork and continuous hand connection with your partner. Well, in the 80s, hand dance resurfaced in Washington, in the Washington area. A partner is not required for this one, and you can learn more about hand dancing from instructor Buzz Payne. That's coming up Wednesday, May 4, from 6:30 to 7:30 in the p.m. at Arlington Mills Senior Center. To register and get more information, give them a call. Numbers on your screen, 703-228-7369. Daniel.
Hand dancing.
Hand dancing.
In the p.m.
That's right, in the p.m. portion of the day.
Well, Craig, the experts from the Virginia Cooperative Extension will teach you how to shop on a budget. Make your money go further at the grocery store with their quick and easy tips. That's on Thursday, Craig, Cinco de Mayo, that's May the 5th, from 1 to 2 p.m. at Culpeper Garden Senior Center. Give them a call, Craig. That's at 703-228-4403 to register.
Cinco de Mayo, it's just fun to say.
Margaritas.
Margaritas on Cinco de Mayo.
Margaritas.
Also on our News for Seniors segment, well, do you know who would make important decisions for you if you are not able to? You can learn about substitute decision makers and adult guardians at the American Bar Foundation's Law Day. Attorney Elizabeth Wildback and Circuit Court Judge Louise DiMatteo will share insights for attorneys, volunteer guardians, and caregivers. This event will take place Thursday, May 5, from 2 to 4:30 at Arlington County Courthouse. They're located at 1425 North Courthouse Road. For more information, give them a call. The number should be on your screen. It is indeed 703-228-1700. And as always, thanks to Judy Musabny of OSAP
Thank
for
you, Judy.
helping us out and sending these announcements in. We appreciate it. Thanks, Judy. And we'll be back with a bye-bye if we have time right after we hear from Miriam Gennari and her guest. Here's Miriam.
Hi, welcome to another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. There are no relationships in your lives more important than your children and your spouse. Maintaining healthy relations is something everyone strives for. But how do you sustain a relationship with your loved ones after a divorce? Here joining me today is Erin Mantz. She was editor-at-large for Washington Parents Magazine. She's currently a columnist, a blogger, and also what we're going to discuss today is her new book, Who's in My House? And that is Stepkids Speak Out. Erin, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Erin, I can't tell you how much this book means to me, having grown up in a step family and actually in one now. Tell me why you wrote this book.
Sure. Well, similar to your situation, I grew up in a step family several times over in several joint custody situations. So as an only child, I actually have 9 step and half brothers and sisters, and have had to learn to deal with different stepfather figures coming in and out, and a stepmother as well. And I grew up and thought, you know what, when you're a kid, you don't really have a big voice. This was an opportunity to let stepkids share their stories.
You know, the perspective that you offer here is not something you find on the shelves at Barnes and Nobles. There's lots of do's and don'ts and how to deal with crises, but hearing directly from these children and sometimes adults now about their perception really offered me a glimpse into how normal a step family can be.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the dynamics in any family are always there. In the step family, they're amplified, as I'm sure you can understand. And I think what's interesting about these stories is I collected stories from kids across the country, some current, some grown stepkids who are now adults, and able to really put things in perspective. And they all had their trials and tribulations, and they've all come through.
But families do.
Right.
Now, I did get from this, you know, this is not preaching, this is their real accounts, but I did pick up some thoughts on things you might want to consider before going into a step family, including reading this book. And some of them came up, you know, special occasions, like holidays, or who's going to pay for college, or you know what curfews are. A lot of it is discipline and who's in charge.
Absolutely. I mean, things like holidays are a great example. One family used to have a real tree, another gets a fake. What happens this year, you know, on Christmas? Discipline, the kind of snacks you buy, what TV shows are allowed. Is one parent cleaner than the other? You know, what are the rules? And everything is up for grabs in a step family, and that's why the parents need to be really aligned. Sometimes it's not that easy, and the kids sometimes suffer through it, but I think they're stronger for it.
Well, you know, there is no perfect childhood.
Right.
And even a perfect childhood might produce a child that isn't resilient and able to deal with stress. But talking about what your ideas about raising children are important, isn't it also important to really listen to your kids?
Absolutely, absolutely. And what's really interesting too is you see in Hey, Who's in My House, there are several 12-year-olds that wrote pieces here, and one thing that really comes through, they're very realistic about the blended family they're in. They acknowledge there are some struggles or some tensions, but it seems like they have really good lines of communications with their mothers in particular, and their mothers are listening. And I think that that's reflected in how they feel, and hopefully helps the positive outlook as well.
Well, you know, in the tradition of things, you know, your husband is always supposed to come first. And yet in these cases, sometimes the wife and the children come first together, or the husband with the children together, and the loyalties kind of, you feel torn. And gosh, also you've got other grandparents, aunts and uncles, all those things to deal with. So do you have any advice for people who are considering a step family? Maybe they might consider not getting into a step family.
Right. Well, I think, I think it's good to plan ahead, and you can certainly plan and identify some issues that may come up, like how will the kids be disciplined and things like that. But a lot of times you don't know something till you live it. You really don't. But I think the one thing parents can do is have that open communication with their children, and also continue to do special things with the child one-on-one. Not to not to say the step parent can never be around, but if you always had lunch with your mom, why not continue that little tradition? So I think little things mean a lot, and I think that's really important. Several of our writers in Hey, Who's in My House actually spoke about how they used to have a bedtime routine with their mom, or they used to do their homework on the dining room table, and as soon as the stepfathers moved in, that was over. And it's those little things that they remember.
And you said it, they get amplified when you're in a family situation with the stress of life. So you have a website, and so people can go to your website and find out how to get the book. You also, I assume, are going to continue writing. So where do we find out more information about the articles that you write?
Yeah, absolutely. So the book site is www.heywho'sinmyhouse.com. And you can even read some excerpts on the site, as well as you can read a little bit about all the contributors, who range in age from 12 to 54, actually. My essay is in there as well, as I was quite the step kid growing up. And I continue to write on the Huffington Post as well, and continue to hear from people across the country who are in blended families.
All right. Well, this is a conversation that I'd like to continue more in depth. I encourage our viewers to contact us and let us know if they have any questions for the next time you come and visit us.
Right.
Thank you so much for writing this book, Erin. It really is a gift.
Thank you.
And I want to thank all of you for watching The Sustainable Scoop. I'm Miriam Gennari. Back to the news desk.
All right, our Styrofoam mom, Miriam Gennari. Thanks, Miriam.
Thank you,
and her
Miriam.
guest, Erin Mantz, author. Hey, Who's in My House? Thank you, ladies. And that's our show. Before we go, just a quick shout out to our venerable producer, Don Hammond, who's on the mend, home feeling better, and to Rich as well. Feel better, you guys, and
Feel better.
get back here
Definitely.
and join all the fun we're having.
We definitely miss
Doing
him
the
here.
Arlington Weekly News in your absence, but we hope you're feeling better and doing better and on the mend. That's our show. Anything else to add before we go, folks? Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we love Don and Rich,
We're
so
good.
we're praying for him.
Right. And hope they're feeling better and doing well. Don't forget to get out there for May Day and Cinco de Mayo.
May Day.
and-
Cinco de Mayo.
Margaritas.
Cinco de Mayo.
Have a
You
margarita.
gotta have your margaritas.
Have a
Strawberry.
margarita, but be safe, be safe. That's our show. Thanks to all of our crew here, Bill and Paul and everybody in the control room. Thanks for all of you
Great
folks
job,
back there
guys.
for what you do and help us out. And that's our show. We'll say bye-bye. And next week, if you're there, we'll be here and we'll do it all again. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.
Peace.